All right. This is a match I'm really excited for. We've got a Division A elimination game, Week 3 elimination game. So here's how the groups played out thus far. Week 1, Uruguay v Estonia. Uruguay taking them down 2-1. Low Eco Nobodies versus Cheer Boomers was a sweep. So Week 2, in the winners bracket, Uruguay versus Low Eco Nobodies. Uruguay taking them down 2-1. Uruguay advancing to the playoffs with that win. And in the losers bracket for Week 2, Estonia sweeping Cheer Boomers and eliminating the Cheer Boomers from the tournament. So here in Week 3, we've got the Group 1 elimination set. The winner advances to the playoffs, where they will be the 1 seed. The loser is out of the tournament. So Low Eco Nobodies, the American team, versus Estonia, the Estonian team. All right, without much further ado, let's get to the action. So Game 1 on Arena. And for the Americans, we've got Far Forever in the green, playing as the Turks. Low Elo Nobody in the gray, playing as the Teutons. And the Americans coming in with average 1v1 Elo of about 1908. Over on the other side for Estonia, we've got Joseph in the yellow as the Franks, Carl in the red as the Britons. Estonia coming in with an average 1v1 Elo of about 1820. But if I recall, looking at team game Elo, it was a bit closer. So should be a very competitive set. Looking forward to it. Okay, so yeah, we've got Franks Britons, sort of your Arabia Medicivs, playing it out here on Arena, and then Turks here for Farv. Right, so this could be Janissary Castle Age play, could be Fast Imp play. Although we don't see the pure Fast Imp as much anymore as I think we used to. Janissary play seems pretty standard. Paired with Teutons, who have a nasty boom, but who also, precisely because of their cheap farms, can have nice Castle Age production. Maybe we'll see Castle Age Knights trying to pressure together with some sort of Castle Janissary pressure from Farv. Another possibility, of course, is Tower Rush. Could see that up against the Britons. Maybe if you rushed into this area, you can capture the stone that's inside the wall. You're going to get 2 gold deposits here. You can even start putting pressure on that third. Maybe not the worst tower rushing situation. And then Frank's Britons. Yeah, I'll be curious to see what the play is here. Are we just going to get... Yeah, maybe they'll just react to what Farv and Low Elo go for here. I'm very curious to see what the play is. I mean, I guess they could go Castle Age Pressure. You could go Expo and Knights. Try to break in with Mangonels or Rams. Maybe they've got something planned with cheaper Frank's Castles. Oh, and indeed, that looks to be the case. Already on stone here. So some kind of Frank's Castle play paired with Expo. I can't imagine any other reason you choose Britons here. Could be Longbows. Very curious to see that. All right. Wow. What is this? Towers from Franks? 18 pop up for yellow here. Villagers going forward. 5 villagers. 2 villas on stone. And you can see Farv flaring the Joseph scout. So realize he's being scouted. They may have noticed the score drop. Yeah, this is interesting. Yeah, can't say I have seen this very often. Are these vills loomed? Alright, does not look like towers from Low Elo. This is looking like a pretty standard boom, adding a second lumber camp. Yeah, Far flaring this, sees something strange as afoot, immediately gets loom, clicks up. 24 pop up and is sending the boys and girls 7 vills to try to ram this down immediately. Nice walls there by yellow. Favre almost taking out that palisade. Yeah, Favre thinks better of it, is going to fall back and just play this differently. Now, this is wide open space. It's going to be hard to wall this. So I think Favre's going to have to play with some kind of defensive tower here. Scout gets in, but the Scout not able to hold that door open, so the Bills are going to have to break their way in, and that's going to buy Favre a little bit of time to react to this. Let's see how he does so. 24 pop up for low elo and for Favre. Yellow will lose his Scout here. Favre will lose his Scout too. He gets stuck there in between his villagers. Unfortunate for Favre. Oh, and loses a Vill as well. Those Palisades will buy a little bit of time for Favre, though. And he's gone to stone, so he's definitely thinking defensive towers here in some capacity. Market Blacksmith here for low elo, who is on stone. Maybe thinking of a 4 TC boom here. Market Blacksmith for Favre. Only at 380 food at the moment. He will be in feudal age here for a bit. Sending some more vills to try to get some walls up. Nicely done here. The tower not aggressing against the vill that was building a stone wall, and that's going to be a good stone wall there for Favre. Alright, Carl's clicked up with 26 pop, and low elo's clicked up with 25. Katie's sitting at the moment. Favre's lost 2 units, the Scout and the Vill. 1 unit lost for Joseph, which was his Scout. And these Vills are heading where? Are they heading to gray? It seems so. I think low eco Nobodies are in a pretty good spot here. Favre, well, that's the thing. Favre's eco is not really ahead of Yellow's much at all at this point, despite the fact that, oh, sorry, okay, Favre had just clicked, that's why. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense, because you got 5 vills worth of idle time, plus the stone Yellow went too early, so. And now you're trying to tower rush Teutons. Not usually the greatest idea. Low eco is going to be able to, sorry, low elo is going to be able to throw in a lot more vills here, but this is Joseph sort of playing the licks role here, right? Just causing lots of idle time, allowing red to get out ahead in terms of the economy, get to Imperial Age first, and then perhaps pressure gray with Trebs. Gray committing 9 villagers to this, adding a monastery into the mix. And perhaps thinking that there may be some kind of knight follow-up to this. I'm not sure, but Yellow's tower already being dealt with here. Favre staying on stone, and I mean, having to go to stone at that point, not a big deal. Wants to go to stone anyway, no doubt. We'll see what kind of pressure Favre is able to press against Joseph, who will be clicking up here probably in about 30 seconds. Yeah, Yellow's not even going to finish that tower. So looking good for the Americans, apart from the fact that they are now down 6 villagers. And red is having a really smooth boom here. Going pretty heavy to stone, so longbow play? Is that what we're looking at? There's the castle from Favre. That castle should be able to clean that tower at some point. No barrack, so it doesn't look like knight play is the plan here for Elo. Presumably, yeah, he's just going to try to boom it out here, but now pretty far behind red. About 6 fills down. Alright, these yellow vills are bailing on the move once again. These guys have made a full tour across the map. where on earth are they going now? So still has 5 on stone back here, so definitely wants to get a castle somewhere. Where? There's the first Janissary for Favre. Let's see where that heads. I mean, I guess that's why those villas must be bailing. Just, they know the Janissaries are on the way. I guess they're just heading home. Nice scouting here by Carl. He knows those Janissaries are coming, wants to figure out where they're going. Just tracking them with the scout. Still only 2 TCs right now for low elo. Looks like he's got the stone now, so it looks like he wants to drop a third, maybe over here. Let's see where Favre opts to head with those. Carl in 410 stone. I'll be curious to see where he drops that castle. Probably knows his eco is a bit ahead at this point, so does he try to be aggressive? Or are those Janissaries going to deter a forward castle drop? Like these outposts here from Joseph. That's also going to help them identify where those Janissaries are heading. Low elo taking, yeah, relic number 1. And that's a risky town center with Janissary in the field. So it'll be 5 Wanderers. Is that where they settled? Yeah, it looks like they decided to drop that there. Favre's going to try to snipe that Vil and then put pressure on Red, but Red will have no problem dealing with that, given that he'll be able to drop a defensive castle here. 3 TC for yellow, 2 TC for green. Yeah, that Vil goes down, and here comes the defensive castle for red. There might still be some room for... Yeah, Favre breaks in here. He probably can't get much damage. Of course, doesn't know this castle's here. Yeah, I like these stone walls here from red. Make sure the Janissaries can't slip around on that side. Red's in a great spot. 66 villagers. Gray here sitting on 49. But Teutons are Teutons. Maybe catch back up here. At least part of the way. Card number 1. 30 HP left. These Janissaries will be in, but doesn't look like they'll really get any damage here. Very nicely defended by Carl. We get some flaring over here. I think they want to refocus their attention this way. Defensive tower for Joseph. Ooh, and yeah, low elo losing that scout. The extra petard's still hanging around. Let's see if where Favre opts to send that. I assume he's going to go here for the wall, try to break in. And Joseph almost with enough for a castle himself. Yeah, he's Frank, so yeah, he does have enough. More relics coming in here for low elo, adding a 4th town center. But Imperial Age timing for Carl. We need to keep an eye on that. Alright, yeah, Favre might be able to get some good damage here. The no castle going up at this point. Okay. Here come the boys. Yeah, that university should have bought enough time. I think that castle will go up no problem. It was definitely worth the sacrifice of 2 vills there for yellow. 200 HP. 20 villager lead right now for Estonia. Only 50 vills for Joseph, but of course, only 50 vills as well for Favre right now. How far are we looking from Imp? 34 farms for low elo, 44 red. And Favre's aggression once again halted by the castle. Carl almost definitely will be able to click up first here. Almost has the stone for a second castle, so very curious if he tries to put that second castle aggressive. Lots of relics coming in here for a low elo. Number 3, and looking for number 4 with that scout. Just slip that from... Looks like he's going for that one by the tower. Yeah, that Carl's clicked with 102 vills. Longbow on the field. Those longbow are going to support a forward castle. And yeah, the Janissary is definitely not in a position to deny that. That's going to be a problem. Longbow are already going to be able to range this TC, and that's a really important source of gold there for Gray. And yeah, low elo. Should be able to click here in maybe 30 seconds, but it's be a significant timing edge for Carl. Monk actually getting out of there with the relic. Looks like Favre sacrificed the Janissary to let it happen. Yeah, low elo thinking about going forward, sees the castle. That Monk will get sniped. Yep. Yeah, this is a rough spot for low elo. Eco is cooking, has a lot of vills now. Actually floating some res, maybe missing a second building, yeah. Spamming the university. That's going to cost some precious time here. The longbows, potentially Warwolf Trebs. Very scary combination. And then over on this side, yellow's holding out against green. I think Favre's prefers position. He's got presence. He is losing these Janissaries, though. Yeah, that was unfortunate for Favre. But those two sitting basically at even eco numbers. So I think if Favre is in a better position, in any case, Joseph will almost certainly die slower than Loego's going to die here. This is a really difficult position. Does have, what, 4 relics in the bank? That will help ease the gold troubles a little bit. Yeah, when Bracer comes in, this is like entirely untenable position. Alright, red investing in infantry techs. So expecting maybe a bunch of stables in the back, which is indeed what Gray's spamming here. And it looks like it's going to be cavalry as well for Joseph, who's yeah, invested in stables, getting the +2 armor. Low elo in a really difficult spot. And one option is for Favre to try to help pressure over this way with bombard cannons and Janissaries. But look at this. Joseph, who's been an absolute pest all game with these villagers, tried to wall low elo in. Low elo trying to evacuate some of these vills. He's going to run into a palisade house wall. Ooh, look at that fortified wall. The yeah, longbow are already in. Castle's going to be in his face. This is a really, really brutal spot right now here for Gray. A lot of longbows. Trebs are already out. 2 Trebs. Pikemen on the field. Favre's almost up. Joseph has not clicked. Favre at the moment doesn't have any kind of forward pressure to really challenge this. There's no castle that can immediately support a Treb push. I just don't see a way that the Americans are going to be able to pressure Joseph before low elo is completely out of this game. Just have 116 vills. Desperately trying to get a cav ball that can inflict some damage. Cavalier upgrade coming in, the final armor coming in. But without this castle, Lowy will definitely die to siege. Carl's got more than enough army to deal with this army right now. And here comes some Cavalier to be salt in the wound. Castle will go down. Oof. Yeah, hard to see any win condition at this point for the Americans. 50 vills behind, 30 military behind, no map control. Really brilliantly played by Estonia. It really was the sort of the Chinese strategy. The Licks slows everybody. Mr. Yo goes to Boomtown. That's kind of what we got here with Joseph and Carl. And now these knights raiding low elos. Eco. Halberdier is in for red. And the bill number is just absolutely plummeting here. Monks in the field are getting some conversions. Janissary's trying to help here, but Maybe too little, too late. Right down to 80 vills. I think we'll see the GG called here very soon. Americans may be hoping that Estonia went more all-in than they actually did. A SAR addition for Favre. They're sitting on 45 farms. Yeah, but this is just absolutely brutal. Low down to 60 bills. Cesar getting some snipes. Might be able to maybe clean the trebs. 50 villagers now for Lolo, down to 4 military units. GG's called. Extremely well played there by Estonia. Yeah, Arena, just such a map of timing, and Red's press here with that timing was really, really nice. Had the longbows to support it. Was up to imp quite a bit faster than Gray. And then another thing Estonia did really nicely, I thought, was the Janissary defense. This castle was in a perfect spot and at a perfect time. That castle at a perfect spot at a perfect time. And yeah, brilliantly played. So game 1 goes to Estonia. I will try to conceal my bias and my sadness at the my fellow Americans going down here, but try to be as fair of a caster as possible. But I think I can at least say, within the confines of being an unbiased caster, I hope the Americans take game number 2 so we can get a full 3-game set. But yeah, these KDs are as brutal as expected, and Carl's ego just so far out ahead that game. All right, game number 2, let's go. Team Islands. Okay, Estonia. They're on the southern island here. We've got Carl. In the red is the Saracens. Joseph in the blue is the Portuguese. And on the northern isle, the Americans. Far Forever in the green as Dravidians. Low playing as the Malay here in the gray. All right. So I will probably fast forward through some of the Dark Age doldrums, unless I see something out of the ordinary. We'll pay attention to where these players dock. Sometimes that can be indicative of whether they're looking to play water, whether they're looking to go for land aggression, or whether they're trying to play fast castle or something a little more unorthodox like that. Back dock here for blue, side dock for red, back dock for green, and front dock here for low elo. So yeah, you often front dock when you want to be the one to play water. I mean, sorry, when you want to go for a landing. So maybe low elo's thinking of landing here. Saracens, I mean, could be looking for galleys. Obviously, Saracens with the faster firing galleys. This could also be a landing, though. Saracens are a nice landing civ, especially with the ability to really negate the power of palisade walls. And Favre getting Loom, low elo as well, so that may be in either in anticipation of an enemy landing or preparation for landing of their own. 4th fishing ship coming out here for low elo. Haven't seen any. Oh, here we go. We do have a transport ship too. Where is it? Where are you hiding? There it is. Blue is going to land. Portuguese. Coming all the way around from the back, so it will take a little while to get there. We have only 2 vills and a scout. So yeah, presumably we're going to get forward ranges. And blue's actually chilling here, so this is a little bit of idle time that probably doesn't want. Early walls coming down here from red. Again, probably in anticipation of a landing. But no transports out yet for either of the American players. So they might both be looking to play this standard. It's producing Navy. The goal times seem to suggest 2 docks from Favre. Only 1 dock here right now for low elo. Opening with a fire, just 1 dock, so not committing heavy to water. He wants to focus on the uptime. Oh, okay, there's the second dock coming down for low elo now. 3 docks here for Carl, so he's going ham. He's going to go very, very heavy with the galley production. Galleys from Favre as well, and let's check in on our landing party here. All right, let's get to low elo's point of view. Yeah, that vision for with the dock is quite handy here. He should see this transport ship. Let's keep our eye out for a flare. Yeah, that fire ship will clean it out. We get a flare, so low elo knows something's up. There's nothing in the transport ship. Yeah, so expects the landing, dropping walls. Really nice response there. That was a bit of a mistake by Joseph, letting that transport ship get seen like that. But I don't think low elo is going to see this in time to deny this. Both these ranges are up. I don't think he's going to be able to wall these in before archers are out. No archers queued yet, though. All right, there we go. First 2 archers queued. Blacksmith coming down as well. And it's going to be a water fight here. 3 dock for Favre, 3 dock for Carl. And both of them with 2 galleys out at present. What's low elo going for here? We've got galleys for him as well. And actually, with the position of these vills, low elo might be able to get some shots in. No fletching yet. Favre brings his scout over to join the party. Nice. They will get blue scout. That's actually quite valuable. Only 1 villager left here for blue. But I think, yeah, he's going to be able to finish the blacksmith. And that's really big for blue. He needs to get fletching out. All right, Favre. We got a 4v4 engagement over here. Favre fletching almost in. Carl doesn't have fletching yet. Ooh, look at this, though. Carl has 7 galleys out. Favre right now only with 3. And at the moment, Carl's getting the better of these engagements despite not having fletching. She's got a really significant numbers advantage right now. Oh, no. I don't think low elo's going to be able to get this walled in time. Does have a nice defensive tower here, but these archers are going to still be able to get through here. Oh. Missed it by like half a second there. That is brutal. And fletching on the way as well, so this is about to get even uglier right now. Let's check in on water. 9 galleys to 5. Yeah, and blue is just going to try to dive this. This is a disaster right now for the Americans. They still have a vill lead, though. 5 vill lead. Part of that coming in form of fishing ships. This is absolutely brutal. How does Favre... how's low elo going to react to this? Doesn't have a barracks, so can't think about skirms right now. Skirms being sent over by Favre. Pretty even numbers right there. Favre definitely being saved a bit by the defender's advantage. How long it takes for those units to get over there. And these archers are cleared. Very, very nice. Yeah. Probably a good call getting those out. A lot more archers are here. A tower going up. It's a really nice tower for blue. Low elo especially. Being off that wood line for so long. Carl still getting the better of this naval engagement over here. Up to 12 galleys now. And the fishing ships are keeping the Americans in this game right now, but if they lose control of that water, the only advantage they have right now will be gone. Look at this. A little pen, a little horse corral for Red's villagers. Definitely concerned about some kind of forward pressure. Where'd those archers head off to? They can be transported somewhere. I lost track. Okay, sorry, they were right there in the tower. this is not good for Favre. 10-5 here. Let's see if he adds a fourth dock. Carl doing a really nice job keeping the pressure on Favre, not allowing his reinforcements to build up. Still more villagers for the Americans, but look at this. Both Estonia players have clicked up. And that is going to be a problem. That's going to be a real problem. Yeah, Favre is absolutely off water now. Those fishing ships are pretty done for. Still trying to produce galleys. Docks are going to go down. Fishing ships are going to go down. Low Elo trying to get back on water here, but we're probably going to get siege workshops here. There's still this one Vil. Look how close they were to killing this. Probably a really different game right now if that Vil goes down, right? You don't have that tower. You wouldn't have the ability to produce a siege workshop here. That blacksmith didn't even, almost didn't go up. Favre still has a few skirms here, but not enough to deal with these archers. Alright, this navy starting to loop around looking for low elos fishing. It's going to find these new docks here. 19 galleys to 15. Gray with 15. So pretty good production despite taking all that damage. Castle Age is on the way for Favre. But yeah, these bad boys are about to be upgraded. Castle Age galleys, and Luico probably going to lose his navy as well. Favre is going back on water. Red did leave these docks. Was diving for fishing instead of diving for docks. So Favre might be able to build these numbers up again. But this is going to be a problem here, this pressure. Plotkin is almost in for blue. Nice micro there by Favre. But there's just too many archers here for blue. Favre definitely doesn't have enough to deal with this. Look at the Vil difference, though. I mean, part of that's because Low Elo's still in Feudal Age. But one range actually going down to the galleys. Here come the mangonels. And these archers... Is this open here? No. Remember the Saracen bonus. Ah, right. Forgot about that. That applies to these archers, so that house is going to melt. Secondary docks here for Low Elo are going down. 22 galleys on the field for red. Adding a second town center right now. Yeah, things have just been so clean and easy for Estonia. Right there. They've been the ones pressuring the entire game. The Americans forced to try to make these decisions under a lot of pressure. This tower is going to go down. Bill's going to go down here on the berries. Nice reaction by Low Elo. We'll avoid any deaths there, but this problem still remains. These houses just melt under that Saracen bonus. Bill's going down here for gray. And suddenly that Vil count is just about even. Green's got a decent navy now here. Let's see if he tries to pressure Red's reinforcements. And I think Red's going to think about a pinch. Low Elo adding an additional town center. Is he going to be able to get up in time? Oh, the Expo coming in. There's a lot of them. They're going to have a hill bonus. This could be a bit of a massacre. Oh, man. Come on, TC. That's brutal. That is brutal. All of a sudden, Estonia with a 10 villager lead. Mangonel is still pressuring. That TC is going to be in danger. Low Elo does get that TC up. He's probably going to need a siege workshop here. Where does he build it? Maybe drop it right there. Alright, let's see if Favre can cause some damage on this. 15 galleys there, 17 for Favre. A couple of Low Elo's Vils hanging out here in the corner. Not sure if they're looking to transport over. The Americans pretty far behind at this point. They're going to need to do something. Winning water is probably a necessity at this point. Farv with some nice micro. Ballistics is in for green here. No ballistics for red. Farv is getting the better end of this engagement, but I promise he's about to lose his docks to this. More ranges coming down here for blue. Ballistics is in as well. And ooh, I lost track of these boys. This is bad. Farv notices, though. He reacts. Probably would have been worth it for him to just finish that wall there. Couple stone tiles, and it would have been fine. But now he's going to have to invest in defensive workshop. So water is going to be even harder for him to go on because wood and gold. Same things you need for mangonels is what you need for galleys. And Farv himself forced to rush down a TC here. Low Elo getting a defensive siege workshop. And I actually didn't see... Looks like he took out some mangonels here. So nice defense from Low Elo. But this Vil count is just ballooning. And Farv's siege workshop is denied. Americans are down 21 villagers. Estonia 3 TC boom for both of them. They are just playing both these games today brilliantly. It is very hard to see way back for the Americans at this point. Both their bases are under pressure. 5 TC boom here for blue. Oh my goodness. And the score difference, though, is so small. It's only like a less than 200 points. And I think that just completely undersells how bleak the things are right now for the Americans. How do you possibly get back into this right now? Alright, Farv will clear this, though. Still some Navy here for red, but red's basically stopped production. Only has 10 galleys on the field. Maybe if the Americans can win water and somehow clear up this landing, they can prevent second landing from Estonia. I just don't see any other clear path to victory here. Low Elo actually sent a mangonel all the way to Farv's base to try to clear those archers. Pressure still continuing here from Joseph. Not producing any more archers right now, just focused on the eco. Farv's got some galleys in the back here. Actually, will be a little bit of a pest on that wood line, but 5 TCs. Come on, man. 50 villager lead. Nice mango shot. Low Elo's going to lose these galleys. They're still feudal age galleys. Whoa, the upgrade comes in right there. And never mind, he'll take that fight, win it. So red actually, only 2 galleys left. Their garrison in here only has 2 docks. So the Americans actually do hold water now. And the thing is, they're just not in a position to produce crazy numbers of ships. Without crazy numbers of ships, it's going to be hard to prevent Estonia from getting back on water. But if they can find a way, again, to clear this and to keep Estonia from going back on water, maybe they could buy themselves the time they need to get their economies up to snuff. Yeah, castle here for Carl. So this is... Carl's doing this to guarantee that he can get some more docks forward. We're starting to clear here. Another mangonel coming out for blue. Nice mangonel shot there by Joseph. We look and get the repair. Repairville goes down. Yeah, but the Americans not quite here in time to deny this. They were very close to getting there. But now Carl will have safe access to water. Very close. Nice shot there by Low Elo. Alright, even trade. Low Elo will be happy with that. Not that happy. 100 vils right now for the Portuguese. Market's already being established. Already thinking about trade. And a lot of ships going down here for low elo, who, of course, was busy microing over here with the mangonels and basically just lost his entire navy. 60 villager difference. Both Estonia players on their way to Imperial Age. Looks like it'll probably take a miracle for the Americans to force a decider game in this set. They're fighting for their tournament lives here, so I don't expect them to GG particularly early. Nice here. Favre catching Joseph, trying to get this castle down for forward docks. Don't know if he's going to be able to deny it, though. There's only 2 galleys here. Look at all the docks right now being spammed by Carl. Estonia should have no problem getting control of water again. Favre still only on 2 TCs. 56 villagers. The mangonels continuing to come out here for the Portuguese player. Another nice mangonel shot. Alright, the castle was denied. So, Americans will take all the small victories they can get at this point. These docks should go down for Carl, but Carl already massing a significant navy over here. Hasn't researched... Oh, alright, so he'll be up in 5 seconds. I thought maybe we'd see the GG from the Americans right there. But, you know, they may not realize how good Estonia's eco is at this point. Low elo has had a really nice boom behind this. Has managed to get to 100 bills despite all that pressure in his face. Favre's eco is not in good shape right now. 22 now galleons on the field for Carl. Favre has 34 Castle Age galleys. Alright, so Joseph getting a second castle behind the first one so he can get the first one up. Big commitment, but he can afford it. He's got resources for days right now. Yeah, Favre losing a lot of galleys here. Doesn't realize it. Busy microing over on this side. Oh, that is really unfortunate for the Americans. Tons of ships going down there. And look at this. Knights are now in for the Portuguese. +2 armor on those bad boys as well. Yeah, and that lead just continuing to grow for Estonia right now. Those knights are going to try to make their way over to Favre's base. Cavalier on the way. And the game is over. Very over. Score lead now really starting to reflect that reality. 2,200 score difference. The knights are in. The GG's called. My dog is having dreams. Tilly. Yeah, she's saddened, like myself, about the Americans being knocked out of the tournament. Estonia takes the decider set 2-0. They will advance to the playoffs as the 1 seed from Group 1. Uruguay as the 2 seed from Group 1. And then over in Group 2, let's see what... I can't even recall off the top of my head who's in over there. But that the week 3 sets still yet to be played in that group. Take a quick look at the statistics here. Nothing should be terribly surprising here. Yeah, positive KD for the Estonians, as we would expect. And I thought this was really impressive. Low elo, nobody able to get that kind of an economy despite the sort of pressure he was under that game. And despite, it wasn't like he was able to produce tons of fish. But, yeah, Favre had to commit heavy to water in Feudal Age. And then those archers get into his base in early castle. that really, really set him back. And that was all she wrote. All right. Well, congratulations to Estonia. I mean, super impressive performance. I thought both those games were brilliantly played. Yeah, no notes at all. They look like a terrifying team. And you know what's really scary? I just realized if my team somehow manages to win next week, which I think is unlikely, but if we do, we would face Estonia in the first round of the playoffs. Um, and after this, that's a very scary prospect. So yeah, congratulations to them and to Low Eco Nobodies, to Farv and Low Elo. It was awesome having you guys in the tournament this season. Hope you're back for next season. And yeah, we'll see you guys soon. All right. Y'all take care.